Hey everyone, and welcome back. We love to explore how AI is shaking things up in different fields, and today we're going deep on something particularly relevant to all of us, healthcare.
It's a topic that's practically exploding with possibilities right now.
It really is. And you sent us a ton of great stuff to dig into, so we're excited to break it all down.
Absolutely. There's so much to unpack.
There really is. Now, when we think AI in healthcare, it's easy to jump to really futuristic images, right?
Mm.
But one thing that surprised me when prepping for this deep dive was just how far back this whole idea goes. Like, did you know the concept of AI in healthcare actually dates back to the 1950s?
It's true. Those early systems were pretty rudimentary, though. More about bringing basic data storage into the picture than the kind of complex analysis we associate with AI today.
Right, like those old pictures you see of computers that took up an entire room.
Exactly. It's amazing to think how far we've come. Those early systems were like the Model T compared to today's Teslas.
That's a great analogy. So what really changed the game? What took us from those room-sized computers to the AI-powered healthcare we're seeing emerge today?
Well, in a nutshell, it's the emergence of machine learning and deep learning. These are the technologies that allow AI to analyze massive data sets, learn from those data sets, and then make predictions with a level of accuracy that would have been unimaginable just a few decades ago.
Okay, so let's make this a little more concrete. A lot of what we're talking about with AI in healthcare revolves around diagnostics, right? Like AI reading your x-rays or helping to make diagnoses. How does that actually work in practice?
It's already happening. We're
Mm.
seeing AI being used to detect those very early, often subtle signs of disease in all sorts of medical imaging, x-rays, MRIs, CT scans, and its accuracy in oncology is particularly exciting.
So AI is being used to potentially detect cancer earlier than we can with traditional methods.
Exactly. And early detection, as we know, is absolutely critical in the fight against cancer. It can mean the difference between a very treatable condition and a much more challenging one.
So it's like having an incredibly powerful set of extra eyes reviewing the data alongside the doctor. And it's not just limited to cancer detection, right? This technology is being used across a whole range of medical fields.
Absolutely. Take cardiology, for example. AI is being used to identify those tiny, almost imperceptible markers of potential heart problems, often before they even present as noticeable symptoms.
Wow, so we're talking about identifying potential problems before a patient even feels sick.
In some cases, yes, this kind of early detection could mean the difference between life and death for some patients, but it gets even more astounding when you look at companies like Google and their work with DeepMind.
Now that's a name that always seems to be at the forefront of AI advancements. What are they doing in the healthcare space?
DeepMind has developed AI that can diagnose eye diseases just by analyzing retinal scans, and the accuracy rates are remarkable.
So, no more invasive procedures. Just a scan, and the AI can detect the problem.
That's the goal. This is a huge development, especially for conditions like diabetic retinopathy, where early intervention is absolutely critical in preventing vision loss. And it all ties into this concept of predictive analytics, which feels like something straight out of a science fiction novel.
It does sound pretty futuristic. How would you explain predictive analytics to someone who's not familiar with the term?
Imagine using AI to analyze your medical history, your genetics, lifestyle choices, all those individual data points to predict your likelihood of developing certain conditions in the future.
So it's like, instead of just reacting to our health as it changes, AI could help us get ahead of the curve and potentially prevent some conditions from developing in the first place.
Exactly. It's not about causing worry, but rather it's about empowering you and your doctor to make proactive choices. Lifestyle changes, early interventions, more frequent screenings, these all become powerful tools in potentially altering the course of your health for the better.
That's incredible. It's like taking all the guesswork out of it and making healthcare truly personalized.
That's what has me so excited. We're moving away from the one-size-fits-all approach to medicine and entering a world where treatments are meticulously tailored to your unique genetic makeup.
So we're talking about things like imagine a future where chemotherapy is no longer a blunt instrument, but is precisely calibrated to target your tumor's specific DNA.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
it doesn't stop there. AI is also being used to discover entirely new drugs and treatment options at an unprecedented pace. Think about AI sifting through mountains of data on different molecules, their properties, their potential interactions. It's like having a digital research assistant working around the clock to identify promising drug candidates faster and more efficiently than ever before.
Wow, it's like hitting fast forward on medical breakthroughs. This is all so fascinating, but I do have to ask, With all this talk of data and algorithms, how does AI address the deeply human aspect of healthcare?
Hmm.
Things like empathy and the patient-doctor relationship. Those things seem pretty hard to replicate with technology.
It's a crucial point to consider. AI, in its current form, is a powerful tool, but it's not a replacement for human connection and empathy.
So where does AI fit into that equation then?
That's what's so interesting. It's about finding the right balance, ensuring AI is used to enhance and improve human capabilities, not replace them. Like, think of it as a collaboration between human expertise and computational power.
It's like giving doctors superpowers.
In a way, yeah. For example, in surgery, we're already seeing this partnership in action. Robot-assisted surgery using systems like the Da Vinci surgical system is allowing surgeons to perform incredibly complex procedures through much smaller incisions than previously possible.
I've heard of the Da Vinci system. It's amazing to think about the precision involved.
It truly is. And that precision translates to a whole host of benefits for patients. Less blood loss, fewer complications, and significantly shorter recovery times.
Wow. Those are some major advantages. But I have to admit, when I hear robots in surgery, it's hard not to picture some, well, maybe some Hollywood-inspired scenarios.
I can only imagine. But it's really important to remember this isn't about robots taking over the operating room. It's about providing highly skilled surgeons with incredibly advanced tools that enhance their capabilities.
So the surgeon is still in control.
Absolutely. The surgeon is in complete control, but now they have the added benefit of AI-powered assistance, which brings a whole new level of precision and control to these really delicate procedures.
So it's more about augmenting human skill than replacing it.
Exactly. And this partnership extends beyond the operating room itself. AI is also playing a crucial role in preoperative planning. For example, imagine AI systems analyzing a patient's medical history, imaging data, even genetic information, to help create a completely personalized surgical plan.
It's like having a supercomputer strategizing the best approach for each individual patient.
That's a great way to put it. This kind of detailed AI-driven planning can help surgeons anticipate potential challenges, minimize risks, and ultimately make the entire procedure as safe and effective as possible.
Incredible. So we're not just talking about AI treating existing conditions, but also helping us live healthier lives overall.
Absolutely. And one area where I think AI is poised to make a particularly significant impact is in virtual health and mental health care. These are fields that are, in many ways, ripe for innovation, and we're already seeing AI being used to break down barriers and improve access to care for a lot of people.
Yeah, I can see that. There are a lot of people who, for whatever reason, might not have easy access to traditional healthcare. Like, imagine feeling unwell, but instead of having to drag yourself to a doctor's office, you can consult with an AI-powered chatbot or virtual assistant right from your own home.
Exactly. And it's not about replacing human doctors entirely, but it's about providing another option for people who, for whatever reason, might feel more comfortable seeking initial advice or information in a virtual setting.
It's about expanding options and making healthcare more accessible.
Right. And these chatbots can do a lot. They can answer basic medical questions, provide guidance on managing symptoms, even help schedule appointments. It's like having a 247 digital health clinic right at your fingertips. And the applications in mental health are just as promising.
Oh, absolutely. Mental health is such an important aspect of overall well-being.
Mhm.
How is AI being used in that area?
Well, one of the things that's really interesting is how AI can be used to detect early warning signs of conditions like depression or anxiety.
That's so important. Early detection can make a world of difference in mental health.
Absolutely. And sometimes those early signs can be very subtle, easy to miss. But AI can be used to analyze things like your voice patterns, your text messages, even your social media activity to detect patterns that might indicate a need for further evaluation or support.
That's incredible. It's like having a compassionate observer who's always looking out for your well-being.
And it's not just about detection. AI is also being used to provide therapeutic support, like in the form of AI-powered chatbots that offer cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT exercises, mindfulness techniques, and personalized coping strategies. And this can be really valuable for people who maybe aren't ready for or don't have access to traditional therapy.
It's all about empowering people with more options for taking care of their mental health.
Exactly. But of course, it's important to remember that these AI-powered tools are not meant to replace human therapists entirely. They're meant to complement and supplement existing treatment options, providing additional layers of support and making mental health care more accessible.
It's about expanding the toolkit, so to speak.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, from diagnostics and personalized medicine to surgery and virtual care. It seems like AI is poised to transform pretty much every aspect of healthcare. What stands out to you as the most transformative aspect of all of this?
That's a tough one. It's like asking me to pick a favorite star in the sky. But I think if I had to choose, I'd say what excites me most is AI's potential to really democratize access to healthcare. The idea that no matter who you are or where you live, you could have access to potentially life-saving information and care right at your fingertips. That's a future worth striving for.
It is a powerful vision. But as with any transformative technology, we need to proceed thoughtfully, right? We need to carefully consider the potential challenges along with all the exciting possibilities.
Absolutely. As we continue to integrate AI into healthcare, we need to be mindful of a lot of things, like ensuring equitable access to these advancements, addressing potential biases in algorithms, and above all, remembering that at the heart of healthcare is that human connection.
It's about using AI to enhance and empower, not to replace or diminish the human element of care. It's a real balancing act. But it feels like a conversation worth having, right? I mean, this technology is advancing so rapidly, we need to be thinking critically about how we want to integrate it into something as important as healthcare.
Absolutely. We need to make sure its development aligns with our values as a society.
Exactly. So it's not just about can we do this, but should we do this? And how do we do this in a way that benefits everyone?
I couldn't agree more. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of it all, but we have to be mindful.
Right. And with all that said, I have to say, after learning so much about this, I'm actually feeling really optimistic about the future of healthcare. I mean, we've talked about some of the potential downsides and challenges, but the potential for AI to really improve global health is just massive.
It really is. Like, imagine a world where AI is helping us eradicate diseases that have plagued humanity for centuries, where chronic conditions are managed proactively before they even have a chance to develop, where access to quality healthcare is no longer a privilege, but a right enjoyed by everyone. I mean, it's a powerful vision.
It really is. And, it's not just a pipe dream, right? Based on everything we've talked about, the advancements are happening now, and it feels like we're on the cusp of some really incredible breakthroughs.
We are. But as we've discussed, getting to that future requires more than just the technology. It requires all of us to be engaged in this conversation, to think critically about the implications, to ensure that AI is used ethically and responsibly for the benefit of all humankind.
It's about asking ourselves not just what can AI do, but what should AI do?
Yeah.
And making sure those answers are rooted in compassion and a deep respect for human dignity.
Beautifully said. In the end, it's about remembering that healthcare is about people caring for people.
Well said. Well, after this incredible deep dive, I can confidently say the future of healthcare is brimming with potential. We've journeyed from those earliest days of room-sized computers to the mind-boggling capabilities of AI that's reshaping diagnostics, treatment, and even our very understanding of health itself.
And the most exciting part, we've only just scratched the surface. The advancements we're seeing today are just a glimpse of what's to come. As AI continues to evolve, so too will its impact on healthcare.
It's an incredible time to be alive, witnessing this incredible transformation firsthand. So, as we wrap up this deep dive on AI and healthcare, we want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on all of this? What excites you most? What concerns you? Head over to our social media pages and share your insights. Let's keep this conversation going because, as we've seen, the future of healthcare is a conversation we need to have together.
Until next time, stay curious, stay engaged, and keep exploring the fascinating world of AI in healthcare.
And we'll be here to explore it right alongside you. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.